It's Sunday, so we've got to have a bit of Philly crew, sorry. And I've only just started the video. We're already getting it wrong. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna get too much out of that. It's beautiful, isn't it? Here we go, a little bit in. I'll tell you what, it's got it all in it, that song. Anyway, we'll leave that in the background nice and quietly, hopefully quiet enough for you. I've been doing this, this video's really the swap update. And you'll know that I've been playing with swap trades the last couple of weeks, quite literally just throwing the trades in. So I've modified things slightly since last time. Let me just turn that down. I think that's still a little bit loud. Apologies if that was a bit loud then. Sounds a little bit loud in my ear. So what I've done is I've got a little spreadsheet where I'm recording it now, because I'm going to monitor this a little bit more in depth and try and do YouTube videos. So this is the pairs that we're using in the spreadsheet, and there's their buy or sell, and then of course this is the swap record. I think this is per lot in actual fact, and this is the minimum stake just in case there's anything unusual, and this is the profit and loss per pip at, what have I got there? I'm going to 1 pip equals 10 points. So this is at the minimum. So if you got 1, you would lose 8 pence per pip, or win 8 pence per pip. I forgot what I'd put in there, because it's been in there for 3 weeks. I've long forgotten what that was. Right. So normal swap. Now what that means by normal is it's not Wednesday, which is triple swap. So it's, the reason this is down to 1 is it's rounded. I guess this must be like 1.3 something pence for it to end up as 4 if you tripled it, but I didn't quite go into that finer detail because I can't actually buy anything with 1.3 pence. I'd have to buy it with 1 pence or 1 cent if you're in America, or 1 cent if you're in Europe. Actually, I forgot if I apologise for the European friends. Being a Brit, we won't talk about that one, will we? We won't mention Brexit, because let's face it, what a load of twonk. What a load of rubbish. God blimey, get on with it one way or the other. Anyway, back to the swap. So this is the normal swap. I think the highest on here is, that doesn't get much, does it, at all? It's like 0.87, I think that is. So I've got that in there because it's such a big mover, I think. But it's positive swap regardless. So I think the biggest is 5, isn't it? 16. Yeah, that's the biggest swapping pair, the Swiss franc against the Singapore dollar. And last week, the week before last, I opened this. I don't know why I bothered to go this low, but I just wanted to know what kind of margin it would need. So I started with 0.01, which is 1k, I think, on each of these. So all of these were open with 1k. And the previous week I'd made £37.10, because I'm in the UK. You might have guessed by my accent. Hello, old boy. This is Clever Sis here, calling from the United Kingdom. Yes, Great Britain. I say, a good show, old boy. Stiff upper lip, and all that. Anyway, back to reality, which is me. So that was at 1. So if we'd have got that, if we'd have started that with 10k's, then we would have had £371. So that's really, really impressive. This week, however, I got 71 by the time I cashed out late Friday. And that actually went to about 170 at one point. But I don't want to, I kind of want to let it run, because I want to see where it's going by the end of the week. So you could sort of do a Friday to Friday strategy, potentially. This is more or less what happened here. So I'm just going to roll with that for now, keeping an eye on sort of the maximum profit, because then I could always employ an EA, like say VR close all or something, and that would just take all the profit at set value. So if I see this regularly gets to 350 quid and comes back or something, or 400 or 500 even, then I'm thinking that the robot could just say, right, set it for 350. If it gets there, we're coming out regardless. And that's the end of the week at that point. And we don't reload until Friday. That's my plan. Obviously, I want that to wait till after Wednesday, because Wednesday is when we get the most swap extra on. So it just tops up the trade a little bit. So this week, I tried to load up the tickets, and I did the same last week where I made a mistake loading the tickets, because what I have to do is this. Let me just show you what I do. So basically, I go through these one by one, and I'm like tabbing through them. Control tab, by the way, if you press it on your keyboard, it swaps charts. So all I was doing was going Control tab and just seeing buy or sell. So obviously sell, swap, sell. And I did actually, I don't know what that is for. Oh, I think that was a previous ticket, because I've got a script which I just pressed to close all. Alt Q, and this is actually one of last week's winnings. As you can see, we shorted on that. And it made 80 odd pips. That's pretty good, but if that had been on its own, we'd have been well happy. So that's what I do. I just Control tab and then and just press buy or sell. But I have to look at that. But however, I made a mistake, and I ended up having to close two. I got 2 extra tickets and all sorts. What a mess! It was an embarrassment because I was trying to do it quickly. So I sort of shut down. I just wanted to get off. To be honest, I did some work last week for somebody, and to be honest, it was 30 odd degrees, and I was like, it was quite physical, some of the work, and clever but physical, if you know what I mean. And well, it took its toll on me, to say the least. So come Friday night, when I got home, I just wanted to get out of there. Really, I just wanted to sit down and just chill out a bit, really. So which I did in the end. And but in doing that, I opened about 3 tickets extra, and then the week before I opened one at 1k that should have been 10k. So I thought, you know what, I've got to get around this. So I came up with a plan. Yeah, a script. This is it here. See this? Now I haven't tried this yet, because I'm going to try it next week, but I'm fairly sure I've got it right. I don't want to try it now because I don't want to spoil the current test. So I've just right clicked for a modifier on that, and the editor's coming up now, I think. This is how slow my computer is. I've got 5 MT4s running at the minute. It's overload. So what I'm doing is I've got this so that it will buy the Aussie Swiss yen and go down, and the lot size is up here. So when I drop it on, it'll just... Now, I don't know if this is going to work yet, because I've put a 0 stop and 0 target. I'm expecting this to put no stop and no take profits in. But I can't test it because A, the markets are not ticking right now, and B, I don't want to spoil the process that I'm going through, because I'll end up doubling up on the tickets, and that might just interfere with what I'm doing. So it'll spoil the test, won't it? It'll pollute it, basically. So that's what I've done. So we'll have to wait and see till next week. But this was just really a quick update on the current swaps, which is currently at £14 down. Which is not bad actually for a Friday close, is it? And the biggest winner we've got is... Oh god, this is running so slow, isn't it? This is disgusting, this computer. I might need to reboot. I don't think I've rebooted it for about 3 months. And we'll never know. Oh, anyway, it looks like it's crashed. So let's look at this instead, until that does wake up. So far so good then. Now whether this will hold... You have to excuse me, I've not long eaten. Whether this will hold, I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking that it may or may not hold. It might, you know, it might just from now on just lose all the while. But so far, each week, the account has been up quite a bit. In fact, both weeks it's been up more than £100. Even the week on the 1Ks, which was pretty impressive. So that could have been a mega week, couldn't it, on 10p's? Well, it could have been £371, we know that, at least, and it possibly more at some point. So there you go. So this is the highest loser at the moment, a couple of fivers there, and the biggest winner is only £2. But what I don't know why, but I've got a feeling that this is going to come up again this week. At some point, it's going to show profit. So next week, I'll update you with that. I'll give you an idea of where it was, and we'll just keep an eye on this strategy. Meanwhile, it's been emotional. I think we need a bit of Philly crew to say goodbye. Oh, I'm not at work next week, so I'm hoping to be hitting the intraday gold. Swing trade's going not great, I'll be honest with you. I've had 3 consecutive losers on the swings. I've got 2 tickets open at the minute. I've started compounding on one, which I'm hoping is going to come through. I'm buying, I think it's CAD Swiss at the minute. Let me see if I can see on the other screen. Please hold the line, caller. Your call is important. Yeah, CAD Swiss I'm buying at the moment. And I've been buying it since, well, sometime early last week. Well, I've just reloaded. I've just added to that position, so I'm hoping to get a few little extras out of that now next week. If not, I'll first ticket's at break even, second ticket's in. So, well, actually, it's more than break even. Yeah. Anyway, it's softening the blow. Anyway, that's kind of how I'm working at the minute. I'm sort of adding to positions. Even intraday, I'm adding. Quite crazy, really. Hey, bit of Philly crew. Let's get out of here. Come on, boys. Yeah. Oh, this is one of them ASMR videos. Yeah, I've just been talking about trading. You can go to sleep now if you want. Do you know what? I might do one of them ASMR videos. So I do ASMR Forex. So what we've got here, we've got a great big candle. It's a big red one. Oh boy, it's taking me away from this insanity. All right. Oh, look at that, it's come to an end now. And now we've got to wait for it to start so that I can say goodbye with a bit of music and fade it out, like I always do. This is ASMR Clevises signing off. Have a great week next week. If I get any urgency, anything like exciting or anything, mate, do you know what? I might even do a live stream. How about that? Yeah, no, it's not that exciting, is it? Alright, you take care. See ya. Take care of those closest to you.